Good morning. In semester 3, second year, we have the syllabus of electromagnetic theory, paper 3. In this sem is electromagnetic theory. Okay, so we'll study in this sem about the electrostatics and magnetostatics and the electromagnetic relations, everything. Each and every law it will be deeply discussed in this semester. So, unit 1 is electrostatics. Okay. Electrostatics is nothing but a study of physics which is related to the electric charges when they are in rest position. Okay, when they are in rest position. So, what is electrostatics means? The charges, the study of the electric charges when they are in rest position. So, in that first half part is about the electric field and second half part is about the electric potential. So, first half part of the unit 1 we studies about what is electric field of lines, electric flux and Gauss law. It's integral and differential form of Gauss law. Then mainly applications, we have three type of applications related to the Gauss law. One is how can we apply a Gauss law to the linear surface, plane surface and also the spherical surfaces. Again its conservative nature, a rotational field. It is up to here, it is related about the first part of the unit 1. Again if we move to the second part of the unit 1, okay, if we move to the second part of the unit 1, it is about the electric potential. So what is electric potential and how we make a relation between electric potential and electric field, and also the potential energy of the charges and also its energy density, and finally how can we derive a famous potential, electric potential from electric field by applying to the spherical surfaces. Okay, these are related to the unit 1. Now moving to the unit 2, unit 2 is about magnetostatics. Okay, unit 1 is about electrostatics and unit 2 is about magnetostatics. So what is magnetostatics means? The study of electric charges which are in motion. Okay, the study of magnetostatics is nothing but it is also about the study of electric charges but when they are in motion. If the charges are at rest position, that kind of study is known as electrostatics. If the charges are in motion, okay now, if the charges are in motion, then it is related to a subject called magnetostatics. So kindly remember, a moving charge, okay, a moving charge, electric charge can create a magnetic field around it. Okay. If the charges are at rest position, it can create electric field. Suppose if the charges are moving, then around it can create a magnetic field. Okay, both the electric charges creates both the fields. Okay, electric charges creates both the electric field as well as the magnetic field. But to produce the magnetic field, the charges must be in a motion. Okay, these are the main condition. How can we produce a magnetic field from the electric charges? Okay, now coming to the point of magnetostatics. So here we learn we studies about what is a magnetic field. Okay, here electric field. Okay, here electric field. In unit 2 we studies about magnetic field and magnetic flux. Here electric flux. In unit 2 we studies about Biot-Savart's law and its application. What is Biot-Savart's law and the application of the Biot-Savart's law relating to the current carrying conductor? Then what is a force and what is a curl, what is the divergence of the magnetic field, what is the magnetic properties of the magnetic field, what is the solenoidal field, everything we going to study in the magnetostatics. And again one more law is very important in related to unit 2, that is Ampere's law. Okay, what is Ampere's law? Again its applications, right? Here Biot-Savart's law and applications. Again Ampere's law and its applications. So how we apply Ampere's law to the straight, circular and solenoidal currents. Again, what is the energy stored in the magnetic field, and what is the inductance we create in the magnetic field. Again, what is the force, everything related to the magnetic field we studies about the studies in the magnetostatics. And again one more important topic is a ballistic galvanometer. So what is the main theme of the ballistic galvanometer, and what is the working principle, and how can it creates a uniform magnetic field, and all its resistance, its damping, its sensitivity. Okay, it is all about the ballistic galvanometer. So if we divide these unit 2 as 3 parts, so one is related to the magnetic field, magnetic flux, and Biot-Savart's law. Okay, and again from Ampere's law and its applications. Again the ballistic galvanometer and its principle, everything related to the ballistic galvanometer. So this is all about your unit 2. Now moving to the unit 3, it is about electromagnetic induction and electromagnetic waves. Okay, in first unit we studies about electrostatics. In unit 2 we studies about magnetostatics, and in unit 3 we are going to study about the electromagnetic induction, how the electric field is going to be influence the magnetic field, and how the magnetic field going to be influence the electric field, what type of induction we see, what type of relation we see in magnetic and electric field is going to be clearly absorbed in unit 3. Okay, in that in this unit 3 we have the famous and easiest laws, Faraday's law, okay, and again Lenz's law. Again, what is the induction is there, okay, what type of inducing self-inducing or mutual induction is going to be appear between the magnetic field and electric field, and Ampere's law modification, its Maxwell equations, what are the boundary conditions. So how the Maxwell equations going to be changed in vacuum as well as in dielectric medium, and mainly Poynting theorem. Then you know that light consists of a transverse nature. So now we are finding the transverse nature of the electromagnetic waves. Then what is the velocity of light in vacuum and in medium, everything is going to be studied in unit 3. Unit 3 is very easiest unit among all the 4 units. Okay, now moving to the unit 4, it is about the varying and alternating currents. Okay, so we mainly studies in this unit, we mainly focuses on LCR. So that L inductor, capacitor and resistor. So we find LC combinations, CR combinations, LR combinations, LCR combinations. Okay, combinedly we make a circuit and studies how the growth of the current is there in that circuit, and what is the decay of the current is there, what is the growth and decay of the current about the circuits. So in the half part is related only to the circuits. Okay, how the LR, how the inductor and the resistor is going to make a circuit, and how the capacitor and the resistor are going to make a circuit. Then about LCR, how combinedly we make a circuits. So it is all about inductor, capacitor and resistor. Okay, what is the here we studies about the alternating currents and relation between the relation between current and voltage. Okay, clearly and diagrammatically we observe what are the changes in the current is going to be happen by combining these passive elements. Okay, then what is the power in AC circuits and LCR in series and parallel. If we connect all the LCR, inductor and capacitor and resistor in series, what kind of things we are going to see. And also if these three are combinedly connected in parallel, what type of circuit we forms, everything. And it's about its quality factor, AC motor, DC motors, 3-phase motors, everything related to the current, related to the power circuits we studies on the unit 4. So somewhat interesting and focusing unit in unit 4. And again the theorems. What is a passive element? What are the power source? Power source is nothing but what kind of batteries we are using, of which kind of voltage, then active elements, and again what are the network models are there, and again theorems. Mainly we have, I think, 5 theorems are there. Okay, one is superposition theorem, and Thevenin theorem, and Norton theorems, and reciprocity theorem, and maximum power transfer theorem. So this is all about your semester 3 physics paper. So your paper name is electromagnetic theory. Okay, so have fun with this subject. Thank you.